This video contains spoilers. You were warned. What's going on, horror freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Fearful Features, I'm ranking every horror film directed by James Wan. No superhero movies, no action flicks, this is all about the horror. And we're gonna get into it right now.
We'll tear your soul apart. Be my victim. From the prime time, bitch!
The film that launched a franchise and helped redefine early 2000s horror. Saw is a gritty, claustrophobic puzzle box of pain. With a micro-budget and two characters trapped in a room, James Wan and screenwriter Leigh Whannell built a suspense engine that does not stop ticking until the infamous twist ending. The traps are all gruesome, but Amanda's reverse bear trap remains a high watermark for tension and grotesque ingenuity. But it's the final reveal, especially with first-time watchers, that the corpse was alive all along that solidified Saw in horror history. The filmmaking is rough around the edges and the acting sometimes stumbles, especially with our two leads, but with all that, Saw goes into high B tier. It's not just torture porn, even though it mostly is. It's also a psychological thriller with teeth and an explosive debut for Wan as a director. Dead Silence is an eerie and visually rich horror film that delves into the chilling world of ventriloquist dummies and cursed bloodlines. The story centers around a legend of Mary Shaw, a murdered ventriloquist whose spirit returns to exact revenge, and Wan fills every frame with that gothic dread. The atmosphere is thick with fog, decay, and silence, the latter being used as a potent weapon throughout the entirety of the film. The concept of Shaw mimicking voices to lure victims is subtly terrifying. While the plot can feel overly convoluted and the characters are definitely underwritten, the visual ambition and haunting tone carry the film just enough. Dead Silence also goes into B tier. It's an underrated film with some awesome atmosphere and tone.
Or she'll rip your tongue out at the seam.
With Insidious, Wan shifted away from the psychological horror of Saw and instead dove into a surreal psychological realm of terror. This film takes the familiar haunted house formula and adds a metaphysical twist through astral projection and The Further, which is a dreamlike spirit world filled with lost souls and demonic entities. The scares are damn near expertly timed, from the now iconic reveal of the red-faced demon lurking behind Patrick Wilson's head, to the deeply unsettling baby monitor sequence where distorted whispers erupt into chaos. Honestly, that baby monitor scene still gives me chills every single time I watch it.
I want it. Now!
The result is a horror experience that feels constantly alive, filled with dread, suggestion, and the creeping sense of doom. Insidious goes into A tier. It proved that PG-13 horror could still be absolutely terrifying and introduced us to one of the most imaginative mythologies in recent memory.
Done.
A turning point for modern supernatural horror, The Conjuring brought the classic haunted house chills back to the big screen with elegance and intensity. Wan crafts a 1970s set ghost story steeped in atmosphere, practical effects, and emotional authenticity. The Piran family feels heartbreakingly real, and the Warrens bring a compelling spiritual presence into the chaos. From the unforgettable clap game in the dark where ghosts' hands emerge from the wardrobe, to the descent into the flickering pitch-black basement, Wan manipulates space and silence with surgical precision. One of the film's most haunting moments features the witch perched silently atop a wardrobe before violently lunging at her victims. It's definitely a movie that sticks with you after the credits start rolling. The Conjuring also goes into A tier. Wan doesn't just scare you with this one, he immerses you, creating a ghost story that is as elegant as it is terrifying. Insidious Chapter 2 picks up right where the first film left off, diving deeper into the twisted realm of the Further and expanding its mythology. There's a clear ambition to build out the ghostly universe, especially with the backstory of Parker Crane and his horrifying childhood, which adds a disturbing emotional thread. But for all its ideas, Chapter 2 often feels overstuffed for me. The pacing is a bit uneven, trying to juggle so many different threads at once, as well as providing some humorous moments as well as horror that don't always match up. The film also leans heavily on its score to manufacture tension, often drowning out the scares rather than enhancing them. While there are some creepy visuals, I'm not going to deny that, and a few effective moments of suspense, the film trades the raw fear from the original for exposition and noise. Insidious Chapter 2 goes into C tier. It's not without its charm, and die-hard fans of Insidious will still find value here, but as a horror film, it feels more like a connective tissue than a standout chapter.
Baby, he's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby.
James Wan returned to the world of the Warrens with The Conjuring 2, and unlike my thoughts of the sequel to Insidious, he somehow elevated everything that made the original so effective. This time set in London, the film explores the infamous Enfield poltergeist case while weaving in terrifying side threats like demonic nun and the surreal crooked man. Despite juggling multiple supernatural forces, the film never feels bloated. Wan balances fear, heart, and spectacle with expert precision. The scares are among the most memorable of his career for me. From the harrowing scene where Lorraine faces the nun emerging from the painting to the spine-chilling first appearance of Bill behind the TV. This is my favorite James Wan film, and one of my personal favorite horror films of all time. The Conjuring 2 goes straight into S tier. Visually stunning and emotionally grounded, it proves Wan's mastery of cinematic horror, delivering a film that's both terrifying and beautiful. Malignant is easily the most polarizing entry in James Wan's horror catalog. A genre-bending, high-octane descent into madness that gleefully defies convention. What begins as a seemingly familiar supernatural thriller quickly morphs into something far stranger, fusing elements of giallo, body horror, and full-blown action in ways that are bold and unexpected. Wan directs with unrestrained confidence, crafting a film that is deliberately over-the-top, stylishly violent, and packed with bizarre twists that will either leave you speechless or cheering. The result is campy, chaotic, and completely unapologetic. It's not a film that you passively watch, it demands a reaction, either good or bad. There are a few moments of CGI that does feel a bit jarring, and if I'm being honest, while I do enjoy Annabelle Wallis as an actress, her character felt kind of wooden throughout the film. But with all those, Malignant goes into B tier. While not without its flaws, it's one of the most original and audacious horror films of the last decade. So, there it is, James Wan's horror films ranked and dissected. Whether he's giving us elegant haunted house chills or wild body horror brawls, Wan's style is unmistakable. He understands how to build dread, how to surprise, and most importantly, how to keep horror fun. But what are your guys' favorite James Wan horror film? Were you all in on Malignant, or do you prefer the classic dread of The Conjuring? Whatever it is, leave it in the comments below, let me know, and let's start up a conversation about it. And if you liked this video, or if you didn't like this video, hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell to stay up to date with all the horror content I have coming your way. Stay scared, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next week with another fearful feature.